Welcome to Ethiopia Today.
WHO. Global COVID-19 death toll tops 6 million. The worldwide death toll inflicted by the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic has surpassed 6 million, reaching 6,004,421 as of Tuesday according to the World Health Organization (WHO). Globally, as of 4:31 p.m. CET on Tuesday, there have been 446,511,318 confirmed cases of COVID-19, including 6,004,421 deaths. The U.S. has the highest cumulative numbers of both confirmed cases and deaths, with more than 78 million confirmed cases and 951,348 deaths, accounting for 17.6% and 15.8% of the world's totals respectively. The U.S. is followed by India and Brazil, which have recorded confirmed cases exceeding 42 million and 29 million respectively, as well as 515,210 and 652,143 deaths. In terms of WHO regional offices, the Americas and Europe have so far reported more than 148 million and 183 million confirmed cases respectively. The two regions' respective death toll stands at 2,649,000 and 1,891,911. Ethiopian Airlines and Air Djibouti partner for China-Africa sea-to-air transport. Ethiopia's national air carrier Ethiopian Airlines announced Tuesday it has partnered with Air Djibouti and Djibouti Industrial Park operation to commence sea-air multimodal transportation. In a press statement, Ethiopian disclosed the agreement will see cargo being transported from Chinese destinations to Djibouti Free Zone by sea and then uplifted by air from Djibouti International Airport. Ethiopian further disclosed the joint collaboration, which will save both time and energy logistically, will also boost the growth of the cargo market in Africa. The transportation deal enables traders to order their products from China to Africa via Djibouti port, and Ethiopia facilitates the air movement of goods to different parts of Africa through its vast network, said Ethiopia. The air cargo mainly consisted of electronics and home appliance supplies. Ethiopia's main sea outlet, Djibouti Port, is currently serving as the main cargo logistics operation hub for the sea air freight flight operations between destinations in China and the African continent. Ethiopia's main sea outlet, Djibouti Port, is currently serving as the main cargo logistics operation hub for the sea air freight flight operations between destinations in China and the African continent. The Ethiopian government has identified the transport and logistics sector as a game changer to maintain the East African country's economic growth trajectory. It has also recently developed a 10-year transport sector development plan, which envisages the construction of many road and rail projects. Ukraine's bid to recruit fighters from Africa sparks uproar. Nigeria, Senegal, and Algeria have criticized Ukraine's efforts to enlist international fighters as it resists a Russian invasion. Analysts say those who have responded to the call need to reconsider. Russia's war on Ukraine is barely 2 weeks old, but Kyiv is already attracting potential foreign fighters from as far away as Kenya. If Ukraine decides to pay me a very good amount of money, which I know I cannot earn here, I will definitely go there and fight, Kimenzi Nashon, a student in the Kenyan capital Nairobi, said. When we go there, and then the war ends before anything happens, I will come back to Kenya and be a millionaire, said Nashon. Nashon isn't alone in harboring thoughts of being a hired fighter in Ukraine. If an opportunity presented itself for me to fight in Ukraine as a mercenary, I would be on my heels running there, Beatrice Kaluki, who is unemployed, told DW. I would rather die on the front line in Ukraine knowing that my family would be compensated even after my death, rather than die in Kenya from depression because of the insane unemployment rate. The 27-year-old said she believes other youth would run there to Ukraine if a chance presented itself, because they would rather die there fighting than die in this country from poverty. They were reacting to Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, who last week called for like-minded people to come to his country's defense against Russia's invasion. According to Ryan Cummings, director of Signal Risk, a South African-based security risk management consultancy, President Zelensky might be capitalizing on Africa's challenging socio-economic conditions to lure African fighters to Ukraine. African nationals might see an economic opportunity from participating in this conflict, Cummings told DW. He said the reward could potentially come from being granted Ukrainian citizenship or being provided some form of financial compensation for participating in the conflict on behalf of Ukrainian forces. However, African countries have come out strongly to condemn Ukraine's call for African fighters to join the International Legion against the Russian invasion. Nigeria on Monday issued a warning on Twitter to its citizens, that it would not tolerate any recruitment of mercenaries to fight alongside Ukrainian forces against Russian troops. A spokesperson for Nigeria's Foreign Affairs Minister Francisca Amayulai said Nigeria would not allow its nationals to volunteer as mercenaries. Amayulai also said that the Ukrainian embassy in Nigeria had refuted local Nigerian media reports that it was demanding money from Nigerian volunteers. The embassy dissociated itself from the claim that it is requesting $1,000 from each Nigerian volunteer for air ticket and visa, Amayulai said. According to the Nigerian daily, The Guardian, last week more than 100 young men registered their interest in fighting for Ukraine at the country's embassy in Abuja. Senegal has also expressed its displeasure with Ukraine's government, saying that at least 36 people in Senegal were ready to confront Russian forces. DW tried to reach some of the volunteers, but was unsuccessful. Senegal's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said that it was astonished to learn that the Embassy of Ukraine in Dakar had posted an appeal on its Facebook page for foreign citizens to come to Ukraine's military defense. In a statement, the Senegalese government criticized the initiative and warned its citizens that recruiting volunteers, mercenaries, or foreign fighters on Senegalese soil is illegal. Although Ukraine's embassy in Senegal has since deleted the Facebook post, the willingness of some young Africans to fight in Ukraine raises questions about their profiles and motivations. These young people who want to get involved in Ukraine have not fully considered political or religious implications, said Serene Bambage, a researcher on peace, security, and governance at the US-based Peace Operations Training Institute. They are only interested in answering a call without perhaps understanding the issues surrounding the Ukrainian conflict, Gay said. Senegal, which shares extensive political and military ties with Russia, was one of 17 African countries that abstained from voting on the March 2 UN resolution condemning Russia's aggression and calling for an end to the fighting. Algeria, another client of Russian military hardware, also called on Ukraine to desist from trying to enlist fighters from its country. Its government, too, has remained silent over Russia's invasion of Ukraine. For the past 20 or 30 years, we have seen many recruiters who recruit young Africans to take them to play the role of mercenaries, Gay said, adding that the prospect of economic gain easily lures young people. The other element that seems important to me is the social media networks that make any cause today have a global dimension. A country needs support, so we're going to go there. Social media has turned into a battlefield between those who back Ukraine and those for Russia. For security and risk analyst Ryan Cummings, African countries need to consider the implications of allowing their citizens to travel to Ukraine as hired guns. Russia has stated any country that is actively assisting Ukraine in this war, or as Russia calls it, a special military operation to demilitarize and denazify Ukraine, will be considered at war with Russia, he said. He warned that the Kremlin could also retaliate by ending diplomatic relations with African countries that support Ukraine. In the latest development from Kiev, President Volodymyr Zelensky warned that millions of Ukrainians could die if NATO and the West wait for World War III to start before imposing a no-fly zone over Ukraine to stop Vladimir Putin's bombing campaign. He also warned that Russia wants Ukrainians to feel like animals, as he urged NATO and the West to act 2 weeks after Moscow launched an all-out invasion of his homeland, and added that Putin is going directly to hell. They want us to feel like animals because they blocked our cities, the biggest cities in Ukraine, and they blocked them because they don't want our people to get some food or water, he said in an interview with Sky News. Don't wait for me to ask you several times, a million times, to close the sky. You have to phone us, to our people who lost their children, and say sorry we didn't do it yesterday. The world did nothing. I'm sorry, but it's true. In future, it will be too late. They will close the sky but will lose millions of people while they wait. His comments came after a maternity hospital in the city of Mariupol was decimated in a direct hit by Russian rockets on Wednesday afternoon, which left children buried in the rubble, reports adds. Footage has emerged of badly wounded patients and nurses being evacuated from decimated buildings, while pregnant women were carried out on stretchers into a courtyard covered in rubble and littered with huge craters. Kenya. Cost of cooking gas increases again over Russian-Ukraine war. The cost of living for many Kenyan households will rise further as the prices of liquefied petroleum gas (LPG) increased to the highest level Monday. The cost of cooking gas skyrocketed even as most Kenyan consumers have been calling on the national government to address the high food prices being experienced. On Sunday, March 6th, Rubis Energy informed its consumers of the looming new prices that were to set in on Monday 7, with the new prices of the 13-kilogram cylinder gas shooting up from 3,113 shillings to 3,440 shillings. The 6-kilogram cylinder will be refilled at 1,560 shillings, up from 1,441 shillings, while the 35-kilogram cylinder will be refilled at 8,760 shillings, from 8,191 shillings. Prices have increased by 50% from January last year, by 1,000 shillings, more than 3 times the 16% VAT the government introduced on LPG. The increased prices have been affected by an increase in the landing cost this month, which is a result of the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war. Nigeria. Soldiers warned to stay clear of Nigeria politics. The Nigerian army has been dissuaded from meddling in political affairs ahead of general elections in 2023, CAJ News reported. Lieutenant General Faruk Yahya, the Chief of Army Staff, issued the warning as he encouraged the troops to instead focus on the war against terror perpetrated by Islamists. He noted electoral campaigns would soon commence around the West Africa country and warned that troops must avoid being dragged into any form of politicking. The role of troops during elections is that of supporting the Nigeria police, which is the lead agency in the security architecture of elections, Yahya said. Troops must vigorously protect national economic assets by checking the activities of criminals and economic saboteurs who are hell-bent on sabotaging the oil and gas sector of the nation's economy. The Army General assured the troops that their administrative and operational challenges would receive due and prompt attention. The welfare of personnel is paramount in my command, said Yahya. Africa's largest country by population, estimated at 215 million. Nigeria is synonymous with military coups, which ended with the advent of civilian rule in 1999. Current president, a retired army major general, staged a coup that deposed President Shehu Shagari in 1983. Buhari was overthrown in a coup led by General Ibrahim Babangida in 1985. He was re-elected in 2015 and retained power in the 2019 polls.
Are you looking to earn working remotely, from anywhere with maximum flexibility and convenient? Do you have a talent or services to offer to your clients? You have great chance of working on several jobs or projects for multiple clients at one time. Or are you a business owner or employer who are looking for hiring freelancer to work on your project? Well, if that's yes, please click the link below to learn more about and get started.
Thanks for staying with us. If you enjoyed our presentation, give us a like and share to your social contacts. And also don't forget to subscribe and tap on the notification bell if this is your first time. Please also check on our collection of favorites on the description section below. See you on our next video. Many thanks.